This is Dave Rogers here for Rock Your Life Radio in Malaysia with the founder and group CEO of Sri Emas International School, Anne Tham. Hi, Anne.
Hi, Dave.
And how are you today?
Yeah, we're great, thank you. Yeah.
We're here today to talk about trends in education. And I have a feeling you have quite a bit of experience in education. So maybe, first of all, start off with a little bit of bio about yourself in education.
Sure. Yeah. I'm a teacher and have been one for the past 28 years.
28, okay.
Yes, 28 years. Yeah. I've actually taught a whole spectrum of students and children from the ages of 4 all the way up to I think 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I even had a student who was a grandmother. Yeah.
Well, you're talking to me, and I'm over 50 now, so I'm one of your students too. So, yep, that's good.
I'm the student.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and so we decided to do my own thing actually about 20 years ago, when we saw that there was a need to kind of shift the way education was done. So I started off with my English classes, which grew, and we currently have about 3,000 over students in the Klang Valley.
Wow, so
Yeah.
3,000 students at your English schools.
Yeah, English centers.
Fantastic, okay.
Yes, and about how many years back now? About 6-7 years ago, we actually started a tuition center that kind of took students through the IGCSEs. We kind of had to show people and prove to people that a lot of changes can be made in very traditional sorts of exam systems and schooling systems. Then about 4 years back, we started Sri Emas International School, and since then we've grown, and we'll be opening our next school in Dwi Emas International School in Shah Alam in this year itself. Yeah, this year 2015.
And how many students here at Sri Emas?
We have about 700 students.
Right, and
Yeah.
in the new school will be how many?
We'll start off with about 90 students.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it will grow into,
The premises can cater to 2,500 students.
wow. So
Yeah.
how many years will that be?
Well, we'll see how that works out,
Mhm.
but it'll take some time.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be a focus at that school,
Yes, the Dwi Emas is going to be the first entrepreneurial school in Malaysia.
the first entrepreneur school. Excellent.
Yes, we are growing an ecosystem for students, teachers, parents, and even my alumni.
Fantastic. And now we're going to start talking a little bit about trends. What are the trends you're seeing in education? Maybe, or the things that are shifting.
Okay, it's not really trends because things need to change.
Okay.
So we have to drive those shifts.
Okay.
Rather than look for trends of what is happening out there, we need to drive that shift so that they become trends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a shift maker.
Yes, we
Okay.
would like to see ourselves as that, because in Asia a lot of things have to change where education is concerned.
Excellent. So let's hear some. What are the major shifts that you're experiencing?
When you talk about education, a lot of focus is on the students. For us, our focus is actually on the teachers.
Wow.
Yes. One thing that you need to do, as an education center, is that we have to grow our teachers.
Wow.
Yeah. And the thing about being, you see, people in Asia, in this country, for instance, they don't really see teaching as the go-to job.
Right.
It's like sort of the last thing, or is if you have children, then your teaching would be perfect for you. What we want to change that to make teaching become one of the coolest jobs to take on, and if people want to come on board, and this is where they want to be.
And that's like your school right now. You walk the halls and teachers are laughing and with the students, or they're having a good time, and you're really nurturing or growing teachers. That's fantastic, and that sounds like a real competitive advantage for your school over other schools, and also a great attraction to get new teachers to come to your school.
Thank you. Yeah, because it helps to have students see the teachers as people that they want to emulate and get to know, and and have build rapport with and have friendships with. So that's what we were driving towards,
Okay.
and that's what we've been getting.
What's another one of the shifts that you're seeing in education?
This whole idea of making education relevant. Because a lot of people tend to, I think I know what students need to know. But it's not that. It's about what students want and what is going to be relevant to them when they graduate. Because a lot of people are trying to train students for what's relevant today, but not what's coming up 20 years or 15 years down the road.
That's
if
right.
They're 7 years old right now. So whatever we're doing is gearing towards that. We have what we have termed the 21st century education.
I love that. 21st century education for the students and for the teachers.
Correct.
Fantastic. Is there another key thing that you're seeing shifting?
There is a need to not focus on students just on their academic growth, because you need to grow them as people, not just the fact that they're students. And a lot of people forget that, all because it's very difficult to quantify the ability of students to think, the ability of students to be creative, to know how to connect with people, to know how to work in groups, to be patient with each other. Those things are hard to quantify, but it's so absolutely necessary. And so in the classes, we actually train our teachers in order to grow and help these kids to even accept one another. And that's one of the hardest things when you're dealing with children, because they follow their heart and emotions drive them. So if it doesn't mesh with them, they can react to that. So how do you get them to accept the person, the fact that they're different?
Wow.
So those are things that we need to work on with the children, because otherwise they become very, very difficult to work with by the time they get to colleges and universities, and we see a lot of that.
One of the things I understand you're going to be doing at the Entrepreneur School also is the teachers and the kids are going to be engaging in entrepreneurial ventures, and maybe the teachers for the first time might even be involved in a project or a business, and it's really going to be creating an ecosystem of entrepreneurship.
Yes, definitely. This whole idea of, yes, we would like, you just imagine if there is a school where the students are actually helping to finance their own education. Because we're looking at this problem across the world where education has become very, very expensive. But what if we have a school where the kids are creating things that, is generating income for them, and they're helping their parents and they're paying their own way, and this is like of value, not going out there and taking on odd jobs and part-time jobs, and but really growing businesses that can actually someday drive change in society.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Is there any last themes or any things that you see shifting in education?
Oh yes, definitely. The way we feel education should move is actually you need to start from the end. That's one of the things that we're driving in this school. People tend to teach students from the beginning. None of us get excited with events at the beginning. It's only when we see the outcome at the end that we get excited, that we want to trace back to see how it began. Unfortunately, the entire education system starts from the beginning, where it's simple and it's really boring, and you're trying to get kids to get excited about learning. That's not going to happen, because we've been dealing with students for so long, and I find that you can't engage them.
You have to excite them.
Yes,
you have to excite them with an imagination or something that's fun or something that's outrageous.
Yes, it can even be, we get interested in something because there's a disaster. Oh my God, that's our reaction, right? And then we want to, okay, what happened at the beginning to cause this? Or then you see like some of the celebrities, Justin Bieber, you see his success, but